Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of the Thursday Mystery Church Tour. Today on the church campus, we are here at the parsonage outside, and just wanted to show you a couple of things besides the parsonage garage, and that is this tree. And while I don't say this to embarrass or cajole the trustees into any particular action, but if you look at that tree is, dead. It's a dead tree. It's lost its leaves. It no longer can sustain itself. My guess is it probably died because of the being so close to the state highway route and the salt that they use on the roads. It probably killed the trees along with many of the other trees in this area and right down Church Street. And actually, let's do this. Let's walk parsonage behind me, and we're gonna come up here by the parsonage garage, and I'm gonna have us walk down Church Street, and you'll see some of the broken branches here that are here from that tree that keep falling down. It keeps losing its branches, and you see here is a pile of all the branches that keep falling off that tree. And it's important for us to maintain our trees, because they're obviously important not only for the beauty of the area but for the health of all of us, as the leaves contribute to the air that we breathe. But what I want to talk to you about today is, besides showing you a little bit of the outside of our parsonage, is that it's important for us to maintain our trees. And one of the things we note here is that many of the trees, from our latest, if you saw our latest windstorm, if you went around town in Roxbury, you'll see a number of trees. And one thing I've noticed is a lot of the trees are dead and rotted on the inside. While the outside looks fairly good, not really a problem, but on the inside, it looks kind of tough. It's all rotted out, and with just a little bit of a wind, poof, over the trees go. My concern also is that with the next big storm, the trees that started to get damaged, will continue to fall down. We'll have more and more power outages. But what's that say about us? Some of us look great on the outside, but on the inside, are we, maybe not rotted, but maybe not as whole and healthy as we could be? We worry about our outside in a vain attempt to show the world that we have it all together, when maybe we don't. Maybe it's important for us to share with our friends and neighbors, and particularly those who are close to us, who have chosen to walk this journey with us, to share with them and ask for help, that we might take care of the things that are inside of us, that we might be healthy inside and not so ill, if you will. Now, we have some things to do with that. We have to take care of ourselves by what we feed in. The old saying, garbage in, garbage out. And whether it's the things that we eat and we drink, or the things that we read, or the media that we might consume, it might be the drive to be successful without rest. And that's something that concerns me in these days. We don't necessarily know where the future is going to be. And some of us are anxious. Some of us are fearful. And some of us live into that fear and act out in ways. We live into that anxiousness and live out into that anxious feeling. And what comes out of our mouths might not be necessarily what is truest in our hearts. For God asks us to love one another, love the creation that we have, and most importantly, to love ourselves, because without ourselves being whole and healthy, how can we be an agent for God's love, mercy, compassion, and reconciliation. So, as you go around town this week, I hope you will look around, look at the trees that are around your property or around the town. Check out the big tree that fell in the middle of the center cemetery, because that's a huge tree that fell down and is still pretty rotted on the inside. You can see a very visual way of that. And be thinking about what's going on inside of you. Are you just putting a facade on that everything is great when maybe you're not? And if not, please feel free to reach out to people. Well, it's to me as the pastor, or to a counselor who can help you with sorting out issues and working through how you can live a more fulfilled life. Maybe it's jettisoning some of your habits or bringing on some new habits. Blessings to you, my friends, this week. Think of the trees. Think of the trees that are strong and fruitful with great roots that are in the soil of God. Blessings. We'll see you next week, next Thursday. Blessings, everyone.